Linda from Lady and the Frogs. Frogs on the sofa. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of June. As you can see, I still haven't had my hair cut, and the dye that I've done hasn't really gone very well. So this would be a previous blue pigment, which is obviously like really damaged my hair. I thought I'd grown it out so much, but I mean, I probably only had that much new hair growth. So I have got a lot of like damage from the blue. So there you go. So today it's going to be a hot one, and I promised myself that I was going to get up and do the ironing first thing, which obviously hasn't happened. So I'm going to just shoot out and do the post. It's only 10 to 9, but I just thought, right, well, let's just get this post done, and then we'll just come on and we'll just tolerate the heat from an iron and the rest of it. I know a lot of you use steamers, but I think steamers make it even hotter. I'm just going to process the clothing that I picked up yesterday. Well, and I've got like some other like random pieces like this, and some other stuff which I've been putting off. So I'm just going to do them. I mean, I know that it's like really hot weather, but I've got some coats and jumpers which I'm going to do just because I just want to get them out of the way, because when they're not processed, they're just like huge and expanding in your room. So anyway, I'm going to go and drop the post off, because, you know, I should be then back here before 10, if not, you know, 9:30, but I am going to go and see what bargains they've got. Well, I need to pick up some salad and things which I haven't written down, so I will probably forget to buy them. So, sales are not good. I was looking at the listing impressions, and as of like June the 3rd or something like that, they obviously did something on eBay, and all the external listing impressions have disappeared, which is very, very annoying. I don't use promoted. I never have. I know that they're changing promoted listings, but I've never used promoted because I just think it's stupid. So it does make a real difference to me. But anyway, I've got 4 things which are going out. These jeans, which are Wrangler, these are the Texas stretch. You do usually get around 30 for them, but somebody sent me an offer of 22 and I've just taken it because, you know, it's just stupid, isn't it? I mean, I've picked them up for 3. It's good profit. Let's just get it gone. This has been knocking around for ages in a big bundle of job lot of books that I got in lockdown, which have then ended up like being pretty useless since everybody's gone back to work. The same with jigsaws, because I'm in the process of doing a jigsaw. I'll show you the box. I've got 2. I've actually got 2 of this copy. So once I've done this, I've got to do it again. And annoyingly, this is 2 jigsaws in one. So it's got the jigsaw of the front, and then I'm doing the blind one at the minute. I'm not doing a YouTube video because because I've got 2 of this copy. I want to get them done so that I can do some bundles, because I think at the minute it's only like bundles of Wasgage which seem to be selling. So I want to get that duplicate one done and then do either a bundle of 4 or 6, and hopefully sell them for around £30 to £40. But even then, even the job lots of Wasgage jigsaws used to be selling for around the 80 to 100 region, so that has halved in value. But I think I've got more chance of selling it as a job lot. So I'm also, on top of my doing photographs, I've got jigsaws on the go. It's there. But I've got plenty of room in here. I only need to do stuff here. Most of what I've got is jeans and coats, annoyingly. So this is an auction. I think this is the right one. I do need to check before I blindly send the wrong thing to somebody. I can't help thinking that it was a Bowden thing which I've sold, but this is white stuff. But anyway, if it is a Bowden top, it's a Bowden top which looks very similar to this, but this one's white stuff. I think that I've got the right one here. But that's just a £10 auction with £4 postage. And then I've got a thing of Lego there. which is burst open. I'm glad that this one's sold because this one's been driving up the wall. It is just grey Lego like that. This is just stuff that I want rid of. Another thing which I've got is I've got a very big job lot of Lego. I've spent £150 and then £10 on postage for a bundle of Lego, which I'm either going to like at least double the money or it's a tragic failure. But I don't know. It's been really hard finding job lots of Lego, and I knew that this one had 2 sets, which I know, one potentially which can sell for 100, although the prices it's like a lot of things, the prices seem to have dipped, but I know it's like the summer. But it has the box, you see, with it, which is why I think I can get 100. It's the Weetabix house, and I've previously sold it for 50 without instructions. So I'm hoping that I can put that one together, and it's also got the instructions for and some of the parts, specifically the baseboard, which the baseboard seems to sell for about £30 to £50. £50 if you're in America, more like 20 to 30 if you live here, but that's still really good for a baseboard. I've got the door open and people are shrieking in the road. So I don't know, I've got to dig into that, but I do want to get all my clothing sort of like photographed first before I lay a load of Lego out, because it's a lot. It will need washing. It looks like shedified Lego. So that's what I'm doing. So anyway, yeah, those are the things which I've got: a book, a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, which I need to check that I've got the right one out, and Lego. I have been sort of gradually doing stock takes and things like that. I was intending to list all day yesterday and go out today, but my husband wasn't using the car, so I did shoot out yesterday. I went to another place as well as my usual haunt, but it was useless. So, but it was really nice. It was really nice to have the car, because on Friday when I got a massive bulk of stuff, really good stuff, and I had 2 like heavy bags filled with jeans, and I had like a coat and the rest of it, I was sweating on the way back. So it was nice to be able to do things and not be an absolute mess when I came back. Right, so gonna go and do this post, and then I'll be back here for hopefully 9:30/10 o'clock, and then be able to do everything that I want to do before it gets really hot. I was taking photos yesterday at about 3 or 4 o'clock, and that was just really slow going. So I don't want to be doing any photos after midday, because I want to be just sitting and listing at midday, so that I'm not getting, I just find that I'm underachieving. Look at this stupid hair. I can't believe this. I don't know if it really is intentional. Oh. Right, anyway, let's crack on. It's 10 o'clock. Well, no, it's now 10:15 because I've been fiddling around. So I did get back at 10. But then I've been like, I was hot, so I thought, well, I'll put a dress on. And then I realised, no, I can't. I won't get anything done today if I've got a dress on, because my thighs are rubbing together. Yeah, I am a size 16 now, which is something. So I was a size 8 to 10, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. So I'm not used to this, and it just annoyed me anyway. So I've put some lighter trousers on and a vest thing. I've also ended up coming back with cardboard boxes. There's a reason why. So this, as I'm sure you can see, is bang on square. These are the ones that they saved for me at the post office, so I couldn't say no, because that is the exact size of most of the base plates you get with Lego. And then with them, these are also quite good because they fit the oblong ones. So they had those boxes out, so I took them, and they were like, "Oh, I'll come back for more," and I'm like, "No, I don't need tons and tons of flipping boxes." But I couldn't say no. And there were no real bargains at Tesco's. It was a bit rubbish. So I've got salad. I went for salad. Anyway, just basic salad. although I have some salad which I could pick. It's the sort of lettuce leaves that you can sort of harvest and keep going with. But I didn't do it yesterday. I made some salad yesterday and I forgot the rocket is going crazy, which I didn't even know what it was until I couldn't remember what it was, and then I had to pick a leaf and eat it to remember what it was. Sounds really bizarre. I got some really cheap 50p burger buns yesterday, so I've ended up with burgers even though they were full price. So I'm really upset that I've had to pay full price for them. Let's just check that there's nothing else in here. And then the good bits. So these were reduced. So $1.28 for these. They had all these turned round because obviously they must melt in the sun. So these are lemon buns. And then they had chocolate ones too. So those were $1.24 and those were $1.28. I don't know why you have an extra 4p for them, but oh yes. I thought the best before was in 2 days. I was like wondering why they bothered. And then, as a reward for working, because I am now going to do loads of photographs and listing today, and then when my husband gets back, he'll go and sit on the balcony and chill out. And I've got myself something to chill out with. Sangria. I have got fruit in the fridge, just some strawberries and raspberries. So this, I swear by this. Let me, hang on, I'm not overexposed with that. I mean, we are big drinkers, but this is wonderful. So obviously you just put a bit of that in and you mix it up with fruit. I think, and the thing is it mixes with other things if it's too strong for you, but it is really, really worth it. They do sell this all year now. Whereas before they didn't used to sell it, but when they were discontinuing this last year, I think it was, I got absolutely loads of it for like £1. So that was like fantastic. Yeah, so definitely go out and get this. It's like £3.60 or something. They definitely have it in Tesco anyway. So yes, right, I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to show you what I picked up yesterday and what I'm going to process today. Yesterday's sourcing was okay. Not as much as I'd had on Friday. So, I mean, it would have been really useful if I'd had the car on the Friday because of the amount of stuff which I had. But anyway, this is the stuff which, well, there's a few bits here which I probably am going to process. So this is breakable. This is something that I picked up from my local charity shop. So I'm going to start trying to clean this. I'm going to try that pink stuff on it, although I don't like using pink stuff because if there's any break in the glaze, it starts compromising the structure. But anyway, these are quite popular. So if you get the round, if you get the nesting ones all together, they go up to about £100. But those are the rounded ones, not this one necessarily. But this was £2, so it's just Pyrex Snowflake dish. I've never had one before, and I just thought, well, let's have that. I feel like I'm probably not going to get any more than £20 for that. But never mind. It's nice to have different things, isn't it, sometimes? Because when the clothing fails, it's the other things which are selling. I find that I have like flourishes in my Lego and flourishes in my clothing. Clothing is always constant, but the Lego is up and down. But I don't know if that's just because the algorithm's confused because I've got too many different types of things. And then I've picked this up. So I picked this one up on Friday actually. This was £1. I remember seeing this as well somewhere else, and I didn't pick this one up but this one is sealed. So for £1 sealed for a 2,000 piece jigsaw, I do really enjoy doing these. And the there were 2,000 pieces and above are the ones which always sell really well. I tend to get £20 for one that I've checked, which has got a bit of a battered box, which is in used condition. So I would hope to get 25 to 30 for that. So I'm really pleased. Shame I can't do it, but I've got so many jigsaws anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? So these are the Jan van Hasteram, which I didn't used to pick up. I used to see them and I didn't used to pick them up. I do try and stick to obviously the higher pieces. I tend to get the 1,500s, but I did see one yesterday and I didn't pick that up. Mainly because I've got too much. But so I'm going to do them just so that they can get out of the way, because if the jigsaw sells quickly, it's the sort of thing people do shop for their birthdays, don't they, or other people's birthdays. Shop for my own birthday. So I did go somewhere else yesterday and it was pointless, so I went to some other charity shops, naff, and then I went to Old Faithful, and I did wait a little bit because I'm realising, I need to wait until they've steamed and processed some things, and then when they start bringing the rails out, it's beneficial for me to be there, but also didn't want to be out all day. And it paid off as well, because I went there and then they brought stuff over to me. I'm so glad this new manager is back. The old manager is back, and they didn't get a new manager because she knows who her regulars are and she'll save the decent stuff for her regulars, and I'm a regular, so she brings stuff over. So she brought one rail out and I spoke to her, and then she brought a whole load of other stuff. This was the first thing that she brought out. I can't remember what she said. No, I think that because she says, oh, I've got some of those Carhartt things, and I was thinking Carhartt, and then I realised she meant Carhartt. So she bought these out for me. So a pair of Carhartt jeans, brand new with tags. They were £80. I've got to get these on my spreadsheet because most of them have still got the tags on. So fabulous. £3 for them. It's definitely worth my time going out. I wasn't going to go out until today. I was going to spend all day yesterday working, but never mind. And then she brought this out for me. So this is what I mean about having a decent relationship with a place, and this is why I go to this place quite regularly. I don't know if I need to put this through the machine. Yeah, I think I do need to put this through the machine because there are a few marks on it. So I haven't looked this up because Pretty Green is one of them where it's a bit of a pain in the arse. But obviously an anorak is 100% what people will be wanting for the festivals. And this one is Pretty Green. Pretty Green. Yeah, for £3. So I'll run that through the machine, I think, because there are a few marks on it. Assuming that I can machine wash it. So I do put things on a gentle wash generally. Yeah, so 30 degrees. So I can stick that through the wash. So, I haven't looked them up. I would hope 30. Don't know. Just don't know. It's a very weird brand. This... It was down as size, it had a hanger on it as size 14. And now I've looked at it, I realise it certainly is not size 14. It's size 28, so that's more like size 10, isn't it? They're shrunk and they're taken up, and I just thought, oh well, they've been taken up to my leg length, so it's fate. They're meant to be mine. They are Miss 60, but you can see it shrunk because this is all screwy, but it's still worth picking up, even though it's been altered. They have a style name, Tulum, so I'll look them up. But Miss 60, I think the price of Miss 60 jeans have dropped because I was picking them up ages ago, but I was hoping that these would fit me. So they've taken them up. They are flared, but they've been taken up. It's a decent machine stitch, but still definitely been taken up. But not bad, but I'll be able to sell it. It's just, well, they are sort of cropped, and then cropped if they're flared are weird, aren't they? They would be absolutely fantastic for me, but they're definitely not the waist measurement for me. So It's not going to happen. Were these 2 or 3? Yeah, they were 3. Hopefully 30. I'll have to have another, I'll have to look because I'm suspicious about what the pricing are for those now. I mean, some of them, they do go up, you know, for like 50 to 80. I've got another one of these jumpers. They had one in pink and they had another blue one. I've already listed the yellow one that I picked up. I've listed it for 20. You could push to get 30, but it's not jumper weather, is it? So I've put mine on at 20 to be reasonable. So it's just another one of these super dry things. I've left the pink one behind, although pink, there's a certain element of men who seem to like pink jumpers, but there you go. I didn't go for that. I've got another jumper, even though it is hot, and this is actually Asda, and I didn't know that Asda did 100% cashmere, but they do. So I've checked this for holes. I probably wouldn't have come back with it if it had holes, but you know, it is actually really quite nice for the fact that it's Asda. Button cuffs for no reason, because obviously they're just sort of strapped on, so I don't know why you would do that. But yeah, George, size 16 allegedly. Yeah, it is. So quite happy with that. Still paid 3. Probably about 25 for that. I don't seem to do very well with cashmere, so I should probably like stop. I should really stop picking it up. This is Alessandro Zavetti. I don't know if I've sold the previous one that I had. I had a really nice Alessandro Zavetti, which was like quilted embroidery. But it was of Pablo Escobar when I looked it up. I wasn't so sure who it was, and then when I Google searched it, it said it was Pablo Escobar. It was his mugshot. That's why I look so young and youthful. So I can't remember whether I've sold it or not. I've had plenty of offers and people buying it and then not paying. So it's like sold for 20 to 25 to 30. And I can't remember if any one of those transactions has actually ended successfully or if it's still listed. But anyway, I've got another one of that brand. What is that? Is it supposed to be a bear? It looks really weird. So this is embroidered and it is really nice. There's an outlet place that has this brand in it at Salford, so that's why we end up with a fair bit of it in the charity shops. So again, I'll probably sort of try 20 for that once I've worked out what the blinking hell that's supposed to be, because if it is a bear, it looks very weird. Another Fred Perry, I say basic, but this is actually quite a nice stripe on that, so I would expect to sell that quite quickly when you price it right. And when it comes to t-shirts, if you put them at 20, you're going to be probably stuck with them. 20 is, you know, your XL sizes. This is a medium. I'll probably end up taking 15 for this. I don't want to have it like knocking around, but I'll probably put it on for $17.99 just because I don't want it to become a museum piece. And that was 3, wasn't it? Yeah, 3. It used to be, once upon a time, they were 2. I've got another Jade brand. I don't know why, there seems to be like a little bit of an influx of J brand. Again, the Maria, so I've just listed the other one, Maria Fearless. They should be quite quick to list. This probably is the same donator for these because they were stretched in the same bit. So I think although they are a size 26, sometimes just because you can get yourself into a small garment doesn't necessarily mean that it looks good on you, because you're spilling out and you've got thigh stretch. As I'm sure you can see there, it's got a bit of stretch on it. So whereby they would usually go for 30. I'm probably going to go with more like the 20 mark because it is a defect and it's not the best, is it? And then I've got a pair of Hobbs. These are size 16, but they are cropped wide leg, so these will go quite quickly, won't they? Yeah, I don't think I should. It's just Hobbs seems to be like dying a bit of a death as a brand, but I think I'll do pretty well with them because of the fact that they're cropped, they're wide leg, they're jeans. Everybody needs jeans, and there must be other people like me out there who, we want to stay cool, but we just don't have a thigh gap. So I've picked these up, which are probably a bit wintry. And I don't really like picking up Marks and Spencer's. I'm very selective with what I pick up as Marks and Spencer's. But I don't know, I saw them and I thought, well, they're quite a nice checked wool trouser, and they're new with tags. And the original price was £50. Who goes into Marks and Spencer's and goes, I have £50 to spend on one item? Who are these people? You've got £50 to spend. Surely there must be better places to spend your money. But anyway, apparently there are some people out there who will pay £50. Not this person, they paid 28, but I still think 28 is quite steep for a pair of trousers from Marks and Spencer's. But there you go. I'm going to give them a whirl. I don't know how much they'll sell for. I mean, I honestly think that the peak price for Marks and Spencer's is £15. Sometimes you can squeeze 20. I did have some Alexa Chung from Marks and Spencer's gingham trousers, which this time last year sold for £30, and I sold them twice for £30, but now they're more like the £20 mark, so those I'll pick up, but yeah, not really that much with anything. there's not much that I'll pick up. It's got to be something that I like, that I think will sell, because it's like something, it is a saturated market. So the last two things which I got yesterday these are another two things which they brought over to me, so nobody else got a chance to look at these. They just said, we've got these, we'll give them straight to you because we know that you'll buy them. 2 pairs of Levi's. They're both 5'10s. One's a waist 32 and one's a waist 34. I did look at them in the shop because just because it says Levi's doesn't mean that they're not fake. Because they did have a pair of fakes in there the other day. But I checked these over and they are okay. It says waterless on them. I don't know what that means, but they definitely check out as not being fake. So 2 pairs of jeans. These obviously aren't tagged up because they'd literally just got them out. They had a mountain of stuff. If I was there today, I could come back with a load more stuff, but that's not helpful. Me going out and constantly buying stuff isn't helping, because I need to have these days, like I'm going to do today, where I'm going to get all this stuff processed and get it listed. So yeah, that's what I've got. This box is empty, so it's always positive when I've got one box empty. So I am going to deal with all that today. I have some coats and jumpers over there, which I know. Yeah. Coats and jumpers. The coat is the Everest one, which I had, and it's huge. And I laundered it yesterday because it had a few marks on it. Naturally, the marks are still there. So that was a fun exercise. So I'm going to get them on just so that I can get them put away, so that I don't like going to a room and there's a coat bursting around, and a few more little like sundry bits I'm going to try and do today if I can. It's fairly, the temperature's all right at the moment. I don't think it's that bad. I haven't yet had my fan on we haven't got the big fan down, so it's not hot yet, is it? So I'm going to get these pressed where we need to, and listed. I think largely at the moment I only have menswear and trousers, so I can get my little mannequin to take a hike and just have the big one out. Right, so thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon. I have another load of stuff from last week, which I haven't processed, so I will have another haul video coming up soon. So if you want a haul video without lots of like preamble, you know, that's available too shortly once I process this. Okay, yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Ziggy? Ziggy says, do you like my new top? Yeah. I'm Space Frog. See you soon.